Welcome to the Prophecy Club. Our topic today is the mark of the beast system, specifically the financial part of it. Mark of the beast financial system and how it starts December 13th of 2022, says one source. And they say that the reason they're saying this is a new executive order that was signed in March, number 14067. No, we're not kidding. In other words, the mark of the beast system is now about to be put in place. And a lot of people have been emailing me and saying, hey, you can get over here, you can get over there. And so I'm just letting you know, yes, we know we can get in a lot of different places. And that's probably the way I need to say it. So you probably need to pause and you need to look at this page. Let's go on. So I don't want to talk about this, and actually I want to talk about it, but I know that I have to be very, very careful with my words because we're coming up to an election. And in that election, they want to make certain that their guy wins. And so they're very, very, how do I say it? They're watching what we say very carefully. So the first question is, why is DJT, what is he waiting on to take charge? You know what I'm talking about, the internal revolution. Why is he waiting? Now, I'm going to give you my guess. I do not know exactly, but I think his plan is to get the good guys in. What he wants to do is get the good guys. In other words, he wants the R's to win coming November the 8th. Maybe that's the way to say it. And then as a result of taking over both houses, then he wants to remove the JB, the KH, and the NP, and then they could put him as to be the top dog. I think I communicated what I'm trying to communicate there. But there may be a problem with that. Remember, Dimitri was told the fall of America starts with an internal revolution. As I told my wife this morning, I said, I don't want to see the internal revolution because I don't want to see my nation fall. But on the other hand, I want to see the internal revolution because I want to see the good guys kick out the bad guys. I want to see righteousness in our nation. But it may be that internal revolution now has to start, what we're talking about. Well, there was a law passed, and I'm not going into all the details of the law, and I'm going to let you read it, because if I say that, probably they'll flag me. But there was a law passed, and the law says that if anybody is caught holding this certain kinds of material, then they would not only be kicked out of their position, I started to say the wrong word, but they would also not be able to hold future offices. Well, in the recent search in Florida, I'm trying to pick my words carefully, the attorneys were not allowed to view the search. Okay, that's they're already getting their rights broken right there. So the attorneys and the people that are in the building should be able to watch the search. Now, why did they not let the attorneys watch the search? Now, the truth is, I don't know. I wasn't there. But I'll give you my guess. My guess is that one of the people said that they walked in wearing backpacks. Okay? Why would... I started to say the wrong word there again. Why would the enforcers walk in wearing backpacks? Have you ever heard of a search where they're walking in with backpacks? Well, they plan on staying there for a month or so. Why do they have backpacks? Well, I can't help but escape the question, are they walking in with those backpacks because there's something in them that they want to leave? Maybe planting evidence? Look what we found. Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. This is my guess. Probably they didn't go in and do that without a reason. And probably they're going to find something because that's their number one goal, to keep DJT from running again. That's their number one goal. They got to keep him out, okay? Watching my words real carefully. So my guess is that in those backpacks is enough to see that DJT will be disqualified from running. That's my guess. And then what else does that mean? That probably means that DJT will then have no other option but to pull the military thing. where he rolls tanks into Washington, D.C., and takes over. Now, that's a guess. It's a good guess, but it's just a guess. I also think it's very interesting that this is a new FBI advertisement that has just come out here in the last few days. And I'm going to read through it, but I want you to notice a couple of things. So they're looking for new agents to adhere to the highest standards of conduct, especially in maintaining honesty and integrity. I think they lost that, right? Work a minimum of 50 hours a week. Okay, what happened to 40 hours? You know what they're saying here? They're saying that they're about to start a war. Minimum 50 hours a week, which may include irregular hours, being called 24/7, including holidays and weekends. Maintain a level of fitness necessary to effectively fight. No, it didn't say that. To effectively respond to life-threatening situations on the job. Carry a firearm and be willing to use deadly force if necessary. Why would they be telling pencil pushers to carry a firearm and be willing to use deadly force? Obviously, they know that they're about to do something so bad that is going to make the average American so mad that they're going to pull out their shooting irons. They're saying we are preparing for war. They're saying that we are arming everybody that we have control of to fight against the armed Americans. How else can you conclude it? Carry a firearm, be willing to use deadly force if necessary. In other words, basically if commanded. Be willing and able to participate in arrests, execution of search warrants, and other dangerous assignments. Oh, you mean like they just pulled here in the last couple of days? Those kind of search warrants that are unwarranted and out of order? See, this is the way they do in godless countries. Oh, well, of course, America's become a godless country now, so that makes sense why we would be doing that, right? WND says, armed and dangerous, sever all ties. Lawmaker urges state to arrest FBI agents upon sight. Now, this is one of I didn't put the whole article in here, but this is a member of the legislature, I believe it is, in Florida, and he's calling for them to pass new laws saying that the FBI has no jurisdiction and is not even allowed inside of the state of Florida. Why? In another article, they say Biden is planning to protect us. Now we're going to get to the topic today. Biden is planning to protect us from cash beginning December 13th. Well, okay, so we've been using cash since before Jesus in terms of, coins and stuff. I don't know how long been coins around, a long time, over 2,000 years. But now Biden is going to protect us from using cash. Protect us. Is that kind of like the Patriot Act that was not very patriotic? Is that kind of like the act that they just passed to reduce inflation that's not going to reduce inflation? It's almost like whatever they say is just the exact opposite, right? So he's planning to protect us from cash beginning December 13th. Now, I carefully read the article. I also skimmed through the executive order. I'm going to show you that in just a second. I could not find why he says December 13th. He just says December 13th. Maybe he knows something he just didn't tell us or forgot to tell us in the article. Anyway, so he goes on to say the most treasonous act in U.S. history and the creation of a central bank digital currencies is communism in its purest form. He's saying that what we're about to do in America, we're about to get rid of the coins and the cash, just like Coverstone was told, 18 months ago or so? All the cash, all the paper, all the coins is going bye-bye. That's just like Shane Warren said, that the dollar is going to be blowing in the wind, worthless as leaves. Daniel Davis said he saw that they pulled up to a gas station and the guy says, we don't take dollars. Then he saw it another part of the dream. He saw a man step to the microphone and say, ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. The United States, as you have known it, has ceased to exist. all property lines are dissolved, and the U.S. dollar is worthless. How many times do we have to have God tell us that the dollar is about to go worthless? Which, by the way, I can tell you another thing. You need to call cornerstoneassetmetals.com. You need to get yourself some gold and silver. There you go. I told you. I told you. A step toward the end of cash, he says, because the greenback in circulation since the Founding Fathers now is about to be gone. The new digital tokens can be turned off if the government doesn't like what you're doing. What? And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, receive a mark on the right hand and their forehead. And that no man might buy or sell, no man might buy or sell, no man might buy or sell. That's what they're talking about. No man might buy or sell, save he had the mark and the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. I told you, memorize the book of Revelation. They're saying by December 13th, cash is either going to be gone or is in process of going. I think it was in the last 5 days I put up a program called The New World Order Has Started. There you go. Now I've got something to tell you just a second that will make your jaw will make your jaw drop. The article goes on saying, developing the digital dollar. I believe the U.S. dollar, the standard for the world since 1792, will be replaced by a new currency, the digital dollar, and others have said it. I call it the digital dollar or Biden bucks because I want him to take full credit for the disaster he's about to bring. He says, I want to consider, what I consider this to be is crimes. This is not like the money in your online account. No, this is new and different. Every digital dollar will be a programmable token like Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, but there's a big difference. Cryptocurrencies are decentralized digital currencies. I'll say it again. Cryptocurrencies are decentralized digital currencies. Instead, if it plays out the way I see it, Biden bucks will have the full backing of the U.S. Federal Reserve. That's what they plan. They will replace the cash or the fiat dollar we have now and will soon be the sole mandatory currency for the United States, just like Shane Warren and so many other people have told us. I hope you're getting this. I hope you're getting preparations there. Now, this is the document, and it's very cumbersome to read through, and I did read through probably half of it. It was almost like it crosses your eyes trying to read this thing. But anyway, it is Executive Order number 14067 of March 9th, 2022. Headline, Ensuring Responsible Development of Digital Assets. They are really smooth at writing it. Essentially what they're saying is we're getting rid of paper currency and coins and we're going digital. That's what they're really saying. But I want to call your attention to the last line. They say introducing central bank digital currencies. Now, that's the big hubbub. Because as we've been talking about in this program for at least 3 years, they're coming into a new financial system called the quantum financial system. Others say that they've actually changed the name, but I'm not going to go into that. We're going to call it quantum financial system. And the whole point of the quantum financial system is to go around the SWIFT system. That's what these guys are part of. The central bankers, the Federal Reserve, that's all part of the SWIFT system. And the whole point of what they're doing, the quantum financial system, is to do away with the SWIFT system. That's a good thing. That means we will be doing away with the coins and the paper of the Federal Reserve, the World Bank. By the way, Federal Reserve is not federal. Has nothing to do with the government. It's not part of the government. It is a central bank. It's a part of the world banking system, part of the Molochs and ball worshippers. So when they say introducing a central bank digital currency, this is what they want to do. Now, if DJT and the good guys are successful, and I believe they will be, what they're actually going to see is what you're reading here, not going to happen. Not going to happen. It may happen for a little bit, but eventually they'll kick it out. Their plans are It goes on to say, must mitigate the illicit finance. Yes, we got to get rid of that illicit finance. Yes, right. Okay, we got to get rid of all of the people that we can't control. That's what they're saying. By misuse of digital assets, money laundering, cybercrime, ransomware, narcotics, human trafficking, terrorist, proliferation, financing, all of that sounds like a good thing to get rid of, right? The problem is this is the fox guarding the hen house. This is the fox saying, hens, go on in the house. Go on, I got it. I'm going to be guarding you. And then the fox pulls up the wolves and everything else, and then they have a feast. That's what this is really going on. To circumvent United States foreign financial sanctions, regimes, and other tools and authorities. All of this is a lie. This is a big fat lie, and I don't think it's going to happen this way. I'd like to think that DJT causes the internal revolution and the good guys kick out the bad guys. It goes on to say illicit actors, including, and it gives all the reasons, perpetrators, ransomware incidents, other crime, other launder, cash, illicit proceeds, all of these bad people that are taking advantage of our current coin and financial system that the world's been using for over 2,000 years. Let's get rid of that. Let's go to a digital system. Remember what Henry Kissinger said? Here, I'll read it. He who controls the food supply controls the people. He who controls the energy can control whole continents. But he who controls the money can control the world. That's what they're setting up. This is a world financial system, the New World Order's financial system. So there's 3 legs to the New World Order: financial, governmental, and religious. And they're going to set it up in that order. So first, they're going financial. This is the start of the New World Order financial system, just like we talked about here in the last 2 weeks in that other program. After that's in place, then they'll go for a world government. They'll drop all of the borders around the world, which is why the announcement came forth. The United States, you've known it, has ceased to exist. All property lines are dissolved, and the U.S. dollar is worthless. When it says all property lines are dissolved, that means they're setting up a new world order governmental system. And as Terry Bennett was told, when it goes to the religious section is when the murdering starts. So, I'm telling you, this is where we're heading to. The Verge says dozens of Whole Foods stores will soon let you pay with just the scan of your palm. So if you're looking, you can see the video here, and I've never seen a device like that, but apparently you just scan your palm over it, and it says Amazon's, oh, they're helping us so much, aren't they? You know, we don't want to have to carry those old big, heavy plastic cards around. Amazon's palm scanning technology is expanding to 65 Whole Food locations across California. The checkout devices were introduced in 2020 as part of the Amazon One. Did you catch that? Amazon One, in other words, one payment system, one world finance, one world government, one world religion. You bow down, you take the mark, you lose your head. That's where it's going. One payment system allowing customers to pay with the scan of their palm. Oh, yes. We would love to pay with the scan of our palm. We want to be in your system. So you can track us and monitor us and make certain that we don't speed, make certain we pay our taxes, or you send out IRS agents with guns. Amazon One, by registering their palm print using a kiosk or at a point of sale station in the participating stores. To register, you need to provide a payment card, of course, phone number, of course, social security number, your picture, your palm print, fingerprints, probably your DNA. To Amazon's terms of service and share the image of your palms. Once completed, you can take the items to checkout. Oh, would you believe there's more? Amazon One rollout is also part of the new company's campaign to change how customers interact at retail stores and runs alongside of just walk-out-enabled stores. Okay. You know, those plastic cards, those are just too cumbersome to carry. And it's just too much trouble for you to wave your palm and pay. No. Now we've got where you don't even have to stop. You just walk in, grab what you want, throw it in the cart, and you walk out. And it does face recognition, or who knows, maybe DNA. Maybe it takes your DNA. Who knows what they could do. And automate, because, see, again, he who controls the money controls the world. Just walk out enabled stores faster to pay. Amazon One is designed to identify you accurately and allow you to pay at Amazon-owned stores, but the company is looking to expand the technology to outside businesses as well. Yeah, let's go global. They're going to be putting it in Austin, Seattle, New York, and Glendale, California. Amazon states that the images taken are not stored at the local store. Instead, they're sent off to a cloud computer. I wonder what computer that would be. That would be the One World computer, a quantum computer that is provided by benevolent extraterrestrial galactics, or what we call demons. And an identifiable palm signature is generated. Amazon has found success in convincing millions of its customers to provide them with the data. In other words, just lay down, roll over, do whatever we tell you to do. Give us your palm, give us your face print, give us your voice print. I called for some tech support the other day, and they said, push 1 if you would like to be a part of our voice recognition program. No, I didn't sign up for it. So one place get your voice, one place get your fingerprint, one place get your fingerprint or your face print, another one gets your DNA. By the way, have you sent in your blood for a sample of DNA, or have you ever given blood at all in your whole life? They have your DNA. CryptoGone.com says Amazon bought iRobot to see inside your home. What? You know that little vacuum cleaner, that little round vacuum cleaner that goes around your house? They bought that. Now get this, they paid $1.7 billion. Why would Amazon pay $1.7 billion to buy a company that makes little vacuums to run around your house to vacuum your house? Well, because they want to make more money. Or could it be they want to see in your house? Provide household bots with deeper understanding of your home. Amazon wants iRobot for the map it generates to give deep understanding of your homes. The vacuum, detailed knowledge of your floor plans, crucially how they're laid out, know where your kitchen is, where your bedroom is, and where your guns are. Maybe even confiscate them. See, we're coming to a new world order. This article says U.S. dollar may no longer be global reserve currency. Fox News. Now, I'm going to conclude with this. This is the part that's probably going to make your mouth drop open if you can grab onto this. So April 2nd of 2022, I just got this today. By the way, thank you for sending information into askstan as you go, the rest of it, I can't say it. So he says the angel Gabriel came to him in a direct face-to-face visit and pointed to the book of Revelation, which just happened to be open to chapter 5, and said, this is now in progress or process of fulfillment. Revelation chapter 5. That's my favorite chapter in the whole Bible. I love that chapter. So let's go through it because it's saying something really important. I saw in the right hand of him that sat upon the throne a book written within and on the backside and sealed with 7 seals. What's the book? It's not the book of life. What is the book? The book is the book of judgment. That book has 7 seals. Those are the 7 seals that start at the first one. When the first seal opens, that starts the tribulation. And I saw a strong angel proclaim with a loud voice, who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof? No man in heaven, nor on the earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither look thereon. And what much, because no man found worthy to open the book and look thereon. I'm going to have to read, because I want to put up the words for you. And what much, because no man's found worthy to open and read the book, neither look thereon. One of the elders saith unto me, weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the seals thereof. Why? Because he was slain, has redeemed us to God by thy blood out of every kindred, tongue, people, and nation, and has made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. In other words, because Jesus, whom was perfect, died on the cross, his blood hit the Ark of the Covenant, fulfilling the Levitical laws, he became the literal Lamb of God. He became the door to open to get into eternal life. No man cometh to the Father but by me. I am the door, the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father but by me. Took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne. So Jesus went to the Father, took the book out of the right hand of the Father. When he took the book, the 4 beasts and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, each of them having harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints. And they sang a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, because thou wast slain, hast redeemed us to God by thy blood out of every kindred, tongue, people, and nation, and hast made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Now, here it is. I beheld and I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne and the beasts and the elders. And the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000 and thousands of thousands, saying with a loud voice, Worthy is the Lamb. Worthy is the Lamb. Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing. And every creature in heaven and on the earth and under the earth, and such as are in the sea and all that are in them, heard I saying, Blessing, honor, glory, and power be in him that sitteth upon the throne and unto the Lamb. And the 4 beasts said, Amen. And to that I say, and I think you say, Amen. And the 24 elders fell down and worshipped him that sat on the earth, that sat on the worship him and liveth forever and ever. Now, all of that, he says, the angel said, is now in progress. So what does that mean? What comes next? Here's the next verse. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard as it were the noise of thunder. Now, Ken Peters, in his dream he had about 40 years ago, then I was called to be a prophet. He said he heard what sounded like a 1970s car horn. And this car horn was heard around the earth. Every ear heard it. And it was long, it was loud, like ear-splitting loud. And he said, and when that sounded, a couple of things happened. Many, not all, but many of the graves around the earth exploded open. He says it was like there was an explosive device in the grave. He says, I literally saw dirt flying. And then standing around each one of those graves was a person that was glowing brighter than the sun. And they were all wearing pretty much the same garment. It looked like a choir robe with a big cloak on it. And it was white, very, very bright. He said you could tell the difference between the male and the female. He said, but they all look like they're about 30 years of age, in that kind of a ballpark. He said, I did not see anybody alive resurrect at all. I did not see anybody alive go up. I didn't see any rapture at all. He said, and I didn't see the people that came out of the graves float up. He said they just walked around the grave for just a moment or two, and then poof, they disappeared. They were gone. Now, my guess is, if that's accurate, and I personally believe it is, when the Lamb opened one of the seals, that was probably the 1970s car horn. I heard as it were the noise of thunder. One of the 4 beasts saying, Come and see, and I beheld, and lo, a white horse. Now, let me just tell you what the white horse is not. That white horse is not Jesus. How do we know that? Because Jesus returns on the white horse in Revelation 19, on the Feast of Trumpets, exactly 7 years later. This is an angel. How do you know it's an angel? I mean, it does a lot of damage. Maybe it's a demon. No. Does God give crowns to demons? Answer the question. Does God give crowns to reward them to the demons? No. Okay. Well, this, it says, I behold a white horse, and he that sat upon him had a bow, and a crown was given him. No, this is an angel of the Lord. This is an angel called of the Lord to begin the judgment upon, at this point, most of the earth are sinners. Most of the earth are filled with tares and grapes, all to be slashed and burned. The white horse, crown was given him, he went forth conquering to conquer. Now, I have been saying for definitely the last couple of years and a whole lot, even the last 6 months, have we not seen China and Russia and now Poland and many of the other nations have been preparing? They've been spending not millions, but billions of dollars building up their war machine. We are seeing that we are getting ready for a huge war, World War III. Now let's skip on down. There went out another horse that was red. Again, this is another angel of the Lord, and he is sent out by the Lord to bring judgment on the earth. In my opinion, I think these seals are opened. See, the audible voice, when I memorized the book of Revelation, said the 7 seals play over 7 years. The 7 trumpets play over 7 months. The 7 vials play over 7 days. I'll say that again. It's very important. The 7 seals play over 7 years. The 7 trumpets play over 7 months. The 7 vials play over 7 days. Now, all of this is explained in my book, The Secret Door to Understand Bible Prophecy, at prophecyclub.com, along with the charts. So, I personally believe that seal 1, 2, and 3 are opened really quickly. He did not say each seal opens one a year. I personally think 1, 2, and 3 are opened pretty quickly. 4 is opened a little later, and then 5 is opened probably about the 5th to the 6th year, somewhere in there. So they're not exactly one per year. So when it says, and they take peace from the earth, and they should kill one another, that was given him a great sword. Okay, so are we seeing peace being taken from the earth? Yes, but now, I do not believe that the seals are open yet. But that's the whole point. The angel, let me tell you, if Terry's lying on this, he won't live long. You don't tell lies on this level and live too long. You just don't. You don't say an angel visited you face to face, pointed at the book of Revelation, chapter 5, and said, this is now in progress. This is now being fulfilled in heaven. You don't say that and live too long. So I believe he's telling the truth. And as I've said a long time, I do not think the tribulation has started. I'll say it again. I do not think the tribulation has started. I do think it's very close. I do not know that it's going to start this year, but I can tell you what, I'm going to be listening real careful come September 25th, because if the tribulation starts this year, or let me back up. If the tribulation starts this year, 2022, if it does, and I don't know that it does, but if it does, I can tell you the day it will start on. It will start on the Feast of Trumpets, which this year is on about or around September 25th. The reason I say on about or around, because it's not based upon American dates or times. It's based upon Israel dates and times, and that's a whole other topic we're not going to get into right now. But I'm going to be watching and listening real careful come September 25th, and then we'll figure out what it is next year if it doesn't happen. But in that the angel just told him that chapter 5, which is saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, it's saying to me that there's a high probability that the tribulation is going to start September 25th. I do not know that it is, but I'm certainly going to be listening. I'm certainly going to be watching. Another thing that happened when that long trumpet sounded, all the electronics around the globe went off. About 2 weeks later, they started coming on again. And that's probably because the resurrection power of Jesus hit the earth and I fried them, but disabled them temporarily. So that's the point that I'm trying to get to today. In conclusion, Gateway Pundit says, a devastating fire completely destroyed the Pendleton flour mills in Oregon. Okay, so what's special about that? There's only been about 110 of these various food processing plants that have been destroyed in the last year. But I'll call your attention to the last sentence. This is the country's largest independent flour milling enterprise. Would you like to guess whether there was an arrest? No. As a matter of fact, on all of the 110 that I've looked up, all of the articles that I've skimmed through, I've not seen that there's been one arrest. Why? Because I think this is high technology that can light up a car, cause the alloy wheels to melt like ice cream in an instant, and it can take out anything in the air, on the land, on the sea, under the sea, any place on the globe, anytime it wants to, with almost no residual. They don't even know who it is, what it is, or where it's coming from. So what does this really mean to us? It means just like the angel, not the angel, but Joseph. As in Joseph and the Pharaohs went to Messi. Messi didn't even know. He never heard the word Joseph Kitchen. He didn't know that we'd started this wheat thing. So he came to him, gave him a dream and showed him that there's about to be a shortage of wheat and the 18-wheel trucks are about to stop moving. So I encourage you, go to josephskitchen.com. You want to get yourself a machine package. Essentially, josephskitchen.com does this. We'll tell you more in just a second. But essentially what it's all about is taking wheat berries, seeds, they call them berries. 30 seconds later, grind them into flour. Put that along with 5 other ingredients into a bread machine. Push a button. 2 hours, 20 minutes later, you have a nice, hot, wonderful tasting, very nutritious loaf of whole wheat bread, just like they did in the days of Joseph. During the 7 days of plenty, they stored up, 7 years of plenty, they stored up. 7 years of famine, what did the whole world eat? They didn't eat rice or beans or corn. They wheat. Wheat fed the world for 7 years. I don't think it's the perfect food. I don't think there is a perfect food, meaning one food that a person could eat all of their life and stay perfectly healthy. But if there were a perfect food, wheat probably comes as close as could be. So I suggest you go to josephskitchen.com. You want to order yourself a machines package. Everybody got to get a machines package because that's how you take it from berries into a machine, push a button, let the machine knead it, mix it, cook it, and everything for you. Then you decide how much food you want. You want to have food for 6 people for a year, 1 people a year, 4 people a year. See, because most of your other food places, $9,000 or $10,000 to feed one person for 1 year. Go ahead, check it out. See if I'm not right. $10,000 feeds one person for 1 year. But at Joseph's Kitchen, they show you how to do it for about $1,000 a person per year.
As we celebrate the season, let Joseph's Kitchen make it memorable with healthy, homemade, whole wheat bread. I'm Leslie, owner and founder of Joseph's Kitchen. Our goal is to help you live a more happy and healthy life.
At Joseph's Kitchen, our ingredients are ready for easy, everyday use, but are also designed for long-term storage.
Whether you're looking to make healthy, homemade, whole wheat bread, or want to make sure your family is prepared, Joseph's Kitchen is prepackaged to take all the guesswork out. We personally test each harvest to make sure you are getting the highest quality ingredients.
At Joseph's Kitchen, we pride ourselves on our quality equipment and all natural ingredients. We are your farm-to-table alternative. Our ingredients are ready for easy, everyday use, but are also designed for long-term storage, making them a wonderful holiday gift for you or a loved one. Go to josephskitchen.com to order today. Be sure to use the promo code on your screen to receive your free gift.
Be sure to ask about our new spreadable honeys.
So Terry Saka of CornerstoneAssetMetals.com, why should people call you today?
Well, the COMEX, which is the exchange which runs the silver and gold price in America, has been found in silver to only have 35 million ounces left. That seems like a lot, but it is not. We are 200 million in the deficit for demand for industry. The time is now to start collecting your own physical supply before it gets a lot more expensive.
So the supply is low, which means the price is going up.
It will have to eventually it'll break this manipulation, no doubt.
CornerstoneAssetMetals.com. Give them a call, start a dialogue, maybe open an account, and then let them help you decide what's best for you and your family. CornerstoneAssetMetals.com.